work that goes into it, so having extra hands and eyes and everything else this year will be beneficial not only to me but to the school. So thank you so much. Alright, so our agenda for today, we're going to go over the vision and the mission of the Yearbook Committee. We're going to go over committee norms, roles and responsibilities, our timeline, and our next steps. So everyone should have a folder that different parts of our meeting you can pull out that I will refer to as well. Alright, first our vision and mission. Our vision is to create a yearbook that celebrates the unique spirit, diversity, and achievements of Windsor Forest Elementary School, preserving lasting memories for every student, teacher, and family. And then our mission statement, the Yearbook Committee at Windsor Forest Elementary School is committed to working collaboratively to design and publish a yearbook that captures the joy, growth, and accomplishments of our school community. Through creativity, teamwork, and attention to detail, we strive to honor the voices and experience of all students while fostering school pride and a sense of belonging. All right, our norms. So these norms are not only for our meetings, but for our committee as a whole. Of course, we can add to, change as the committee sees fit because we work together. So if there's anything on here that we feel like should be modified, then we can do that as a team. So the first one is respect time. So arrive on time, stay focused, and end on time. Communicate clearly, share ideas respectfully, respond to emails and messages. Collaborate and support. So we're going to share the workload, help teammates when needed. So that's important that we all share the workload of the committee, other responsibilities of the committee. Be accountable. So we do have deadlines. Let the group know if challenges come up. Since we are a team, things happen. So if you're over a section of your book and you don't think you can meet the deadline, just let the team know so we can all just kind of step in and help. We're going to prioritize students, so we're going to keep decisions student-centered, inclusive, and positive. Strive for policy, so double check photos, captions, and layouts for accuracy. So that's very important because it's easy to look at something and think it's correct, so that's why all of us are going to have a part in just checking photos and names and checking all the captions and all that stuff. And we're going to stay positive and flexible. Bring solutions, adapt to changes, and encourage creativity. Do we have any questions about our norms? Okay. Sorry, I can see better from that side. Alright, so roles and responsibilities. We're going to spend a lot of our time on this section. You do have a page that has committee roles and assignments. So we have a coordinator and editor, which keeps the project on schedule and communicates with the vendor. So I am the coordinator and the editor because I do all the communication and I receive all the correspondence and all that stuff. Photographers, so cover events, classrooms, and candid shots. We're all going to be photographers. If you're somewhere that I'm not, you can capture that moment. I'll talk about that in a section. Section lead. So we do have a lot of sections in the yearbook. So people are going to have to take over a section, which I have another page that has all the sections that we have so far. Design and layout. So oversee page design. So it is a lot of meticulous work when we're on the website and we're designing the pages. So we're going to have a few people that can log into the platform and we can actually design the pages. And then proofreaders. Those are going to be the ones who are meticulous and can spot any errors. So we do need a few proofreaders. So you're going to check grammar, names, and consistency, which is important in your book. Alright, so let's look. I have member assignment and I have your name. Is there an area where you think you have a strength that maybe you think you will perform well in that area? If so, just let me know. Okay, so you can have more than one. It's one area. So you want to do design, layout, and proofreaders? So you can write your name. My note taker is in here right now. So someone just take notes on the paper. So we can do that. Just those two?
Yeah.
Alright, so Ms. McDonald and Ms. Smith will have to do design, layout, and proofreaders. Photographers is gonna be everyone, so,
We do design layout.
alright, okay. Trust me, we have 60 pages, so we need a lot of designers and layout. Alright, does anyone want to take over, well, we'll go over the sections, because there's a lot of different sections. Anyone else? You don't have to tell me right now, you can think about it.
I'll be proofread.
Alright, so there's next one to proofread. If someone put my name by coordinator, editor, and also design layout, because I will oversee all the pages naturally. Any other, we can think about it, it's okay, we still have a few people that's not here yet, so once they come in, and I recap them.
And I'll say, you are welcome to put me wherever you would like me to be.
Okay.
So whoever, I mean, it doesn't, I'm good with anything.
Okay, I will say that everyone will have to eventually take a section and will have to be lead over a section. Because if you look at the next page which says yearbook section, these are all the different sections we have in the yearbook right now. So it's a lot of pages. So we have a 60-page yearbook, hardcover. So we have to get through 60 pages of the yearbook. So that's a lot of pages for one person to oversee, so we're gonna have to have leads, which we can go through it at a different time and go over section leads. But if you look at the bottom, there are grade level pages. I put the number of pages that you will oversee for that grade level. So each grade level has 4 pages, so we can go through that later. Also, if there's something not on this list that you want to include in the yearbook, I put a blank page. So you can just write that on there as well. So there may be something that we missed or I didn't include or anything. Just make sure you write that on your paper and we can see about that, incorporating that page in your book as well. Yes.
So for the other ones where it says, like, cost celebrations, but it doesn't have a number beside it, is that a one page, is it a spread?
That's
Or
a,
just one page?
It can be either or. Mostly they're one page, but like last year, for the holiday events, that was a spread. So it was a 2-page because we had so many pictures.
So where it says 2 pages, that's a spread.
That's a spread. So like staff pages is naturally 2 pages because we need those 2 pages. Most of the event pages are 1 page. Holiday events where there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of times we have to use the 2 pages just to cover all the pictures that we collect. If there's something on here that you think we shouldn't include, there's something else we can remove it, we can talk about it. It's up to the team as a whole. I don't make the decisions on my own, we make these decisions together. Any other questions about that? No more questions? We will have time where we go through and we assign sections and you let me know what you want to do, what you feel comfortable doing. When we collect pictures, I am going to start a Google folder so you can drop your pictures in that folder. It's time consuming because I'm going to have a folder for each page. The only thing you won't have to have a folder for are the grade level pages because they collect all those pictures and they'll be in the platform. We just have to move them over. Unless we include like classes or like if the kindergarten class send you a picture of them doing something and you want to include that, then we'll have folders for that. But everyone will have access to the folders to drop pictures in. I do suggest that we drop pictures in regularly because time sneaks up on us a lot. So just take pictures whenever you have a moment, you see something happening, just take a picture and drop it in these folders. Especially these events, because a lot of times we're busy doing our tables or whatever. We have to just make sure we try to remember to collect these pictures and drop them in our folders. Any questions?
I don't have a question, I just have a comment to just make sure that the children that cannot be photographed are not included. So I don't know if it'll be easier for each homeowner to go through to see, and do you all know how to see if your children cannot be photographed? That might be like every homeroom teacher to send a list, so we can make sure that those children are not in those pictures.
Okay, so I will send an email out to, get a document started for us, so I can put those names in and share it with the team, so we're aware that these students cannot be in any picture.
And be careful to say, because some teachers sent something extra,
Mhm.
we're going by what's in Power School,
Okay,
yes.
okay, so I will let them know. Anything else for that? Okay, so our next section is our timeline, so you do have a page that has a timeline, which is very, very important that we try to adhere to this timeline, because the company, they send regular emails about what's due and everything. I know the first thing, so October, we're collecting capturing, so that's when, we actually started last month with, collecting pictures at the literacy night. So, but this is our first official meeting, so we are collecting and capturing pictures. So you wanna begin taking photos of classrooms, special events, and candid student moments. Our system for submitting photos is going to be Google, the folders. And then we need to start brainstorming the yearbook theme and cover design. So last year we did the students, we did the contest for students to submit their covers, which, turned out pretty well. I think if we would've had a little bit more time, I think we would've got more entries. But overall, I think it went pretty well. So we need to decide, is that something that we wanna do this year as well? Because our cover is due November 30th. So cover designs are due November 30th, which is on here as well. So we will have to get the contest started, have students start working on the cover, and we will have to judge and everything else, so I can get that submitted in the platform. So does everyone think we should do the contest? Okay,
I like that.
yeah,
And one other thing I just thought about, that maybe on one of the pages, like since we have a named mascot now, maybe that can be a page
okay,
of just pictures with whiskers,
okay.
you
So everyone, someone write that down for me, so we're gonna add a page with whiskers, as well. And that can be pictures of the mascot with students in classrooms, just engaging with the students around campus, which I think will be really cute as well. So for the yearbook, cover contest, I'll make a flyer for everything, with the guidelines as well. Ms. Culver, is that something that you think you can help the kids with who are interested in art, just in case they need help? Okay. Some students may do it at home, they'll have an opportunity to do it at home, but those students who cannot do it at home for any reason, maybe if they can, work on it in art at some
You still
time.
want them to be their work.
Yes, it has to be original artwork.
Sometimes
Yes, we want original artwork, that
Right.
will be on the flyer,
Okay.
all that stuff. And just all the guidelines, I'll send the flyer out for everyone to look at, proofread, make sure I include everything that's supposed to be on there, like the dimensions, cause last year we had people submitted this way and the papers were,
Yeah.
but it was the first time, so, but it worked out. We did do front and back cover, student work, artwork, do we wanna do the same this year? Okay. Yep, so we had the first and second place, they both won, a free copy of the yearbook, for having their artwork on the cover, and the back cover.
Is it that we want a theme?
That was my next,
Yeah.
do we want to go with a theme, overall theme with the yearbook? So if we go with the theme of the yearbook, their artwork will have to match the theme, and the pages within the yearbook will have to match the theme. So are we doing theme, colors, what do we wanna do as a team? Theme, okay. So we won't have to decide on the theme today, but within the next week, we need to, start giving ideas on themes, and then, maybe if everyone can give me their ideas, then I'll, shoot out a Google form to the team, or a Google quiz, so everybody can vote. Okay. Yeah, so this is the book from last year, so the artwork, front and back. This one right here was not the right dimensions, but they were able to put a border around it. to make it work. But this is how the pages would be. But back to the theme. If you have theme ideas, go ahead and let me know. We can write it down and then we can just vote on the theme for the yearbook. I would like to get that done. If we can vote by Friday, that way I can do the flyer, get the information out to the students. Because we want to give them enough time to work on their art and then enough time to vote, because we will vote as a team. Any questions about that? Alright, so November theme and cover. So by next month, we will have our covers submitted, our theme will start going, so that means we'll start working on our pages. December will be our first progress check. So the short photos are collected from each grade level. So we have today's makeup picture day, we have all student pictures, and we want at least 30% of content drafted in digital layout. So that means 30% of the pages we decided on. Assign our initial task. So if everybody just let me know once you go through the committee roles, where you feel most comfortable, then we'll assign roles, and then I'll send out whatever everyone's role is. Yearbook cover contest, we talked about that, so I will get that, once we decide on a theme, I'll get that flyer done, and we can start promoting that as well. The theme, I will show the Google Drive link once I set up the folders. And then I'll give everyone equal access, so if there's an event that maybe I forget, you can add a folder as well. And then we need to set our next meeting date and agenda focus. So I'm thinking we need to, well, we're gonna have to meet in November to vote. So next month, if it's due November 30th, what's the dates of Thanksgiving? Someone give me the dates of Thanksgiving?
The week after.
24th.
The week after the 20th. So will we have time to vote after Thanksgiving? Okay, so we need to meet the week before Thanksgiving. So do y'all wanna keep it on a Wednesday? Okay, keep it on a Wednesday. What's that date?
19.
Okay, so our possible meet date will be that date, November 19th. I'll check the master calendar to make sure nothing else is on the schedule for that day. So that will be our next meeting date. We will vote. We will vote on our cover, which means that we want all covers due by when? If we're meeting that Wednesday on that Monday,
Because that only gives us about 3 weeks.
so November 17th. You think that's enough time for the kids?
Would you want it that Friday before, and then somebody's gonna turn it in late, or are we setting hard deadlines and turn it in that soon?
We're setting hard deadlines because we have no choice.
Okay.
So if I get this
Monday.
flyer out no later than Monday, that gives a good amount of time for the students to start working on it.
That's
So,
3 weeks.
Covers will be due November 17th. We'll meet on November 19th. On that day, we will choose the cover, and we'll have all our roles set of what pages, what section everyone's gonna be the lead over. 8 a.m. Yes,
17th is the deadline for all
covers. So 17th covers, 19th meeting, and then our agenda for that meeting will be to vote and to go over our our section lead. That work for everyone? Any questions about that? And questions? Any questions, concerns, comments, advice?
Which platform do you use
For,
for design building?
it's called Pick, it's their system, it's Pick something.
Is it the same company who did last year's?
Yes,
Okay.
it's the same company, we're the same company who did last year's yearbook. But I will send the login information, for that, once we figure out who's going to be designing pages. Because I don't want everyone going into the platform, if there's only if you go into the platform to design a page, then we're gonna kinda keep that at a minimum. because, you know, once too many hands get in there, she'll start moving around, pages sitting and stuff, so. Any questions? Alright, I thank y'all again so much for the time. I think we're ahead of time today. You have a question? If not, just for the good of the group?
I'll be a photographer, that's one thing.
Okay, everyone is
Everybody's
gonna
a
be,
photographer.
yeah, everyone is gonna be a photographer, because it's better to have the whole team taking pictures than just one or two.
Ms. Lee, looking at this master calendar, you have July 1 on the 19th.
Of course I do.
Thursday? What's Thursday?
No, let's keep it on the 19th, and I can make my Thrive, no, I can't, because I gotta do plans that day. Can we change it to that Thursday?
Lesson plans are just an instructional coach on site.
Okay, so let's change, we're gonna change our meeting date to the 20th, is it the 20th? The 20th, because I have Thrive, which is Thursday, because I have a Thrive meeting that Wednesday. So November 20th, thank you, Ms. McDonald. Alright, that's all I have. I'll send out emails, your theme ideas, if you don't mind, to just send them to me if you can today, so I can we can vote on it as a team, and then we'll have our thing. Alright,
Thank you.
thank y'all.